Today we have a special episode. You already know we got your favorites back in the house, Norberto and Miss Black Rose. Pero, we're going to start the conversation. Let's start this conversation about this group chat, son.
Go off.
Go off.
Tell them what group
I'm
chat.
pretty sure y'all saw the group chat. There was like a little like young Republican group chat. Let me know what you guys think con esa vaina.
Bueno.
Vamos a hablar de esa
Norberto,
vaina.
you go first.
Let's level set. We gotta first
Pull it up. Pull up that chart.
Pull up the receipts. Pull up the receipts on what they're talking about.
Okay, so essentially, here's what happened. All right, essentially, there were a lot of racist and homophobic tests from the young Republican officials.
No.
That prompted backlash. All right, so essentially, what happened was there's a large scale chat messages over 1,000 pages, right, of young Republican leaders that were made public, revealing extremely offensive language. So they talk about racial slurs, anti-Semitic remarks, homophobic slurs, jokes about rape and violence, praise for Adolf Hitler, talk about gas chambers, and the total was around 2,900 pages of it.
Wow.
So it was so bad. Again, keep in mind, it was so bad that the Republican Party of New York voted to essentially suspend the Young Republicans of New York.
Wow.
So it was a very serious thing where, all of this got uncovered. I believe Politico was the one that did the exclusive on it.
Wow.
And they uncovered all of this vile stuff. The thing is, these are grown men, for one thing.
They're not young children, guys. They're not young kids.
They're not trolls. They're not little teenagers behind like a laptop. No. These are grown ass men in their 20s and 30s who are already in politics.
Wow.
They were working with the Republican Party. They're working as campaigners. They're working as political consultants. They are part of the Republican Party. Now, on one hand, it was good that the New York Republican Party decided to suspend them, but on the other hand, we have the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, trying to brush it off, being like, "This is just some stupid that kids
It's
do."
just a mistake.
Just a mistake.
Wow. It's just a mistake.
I think I saw that. And then they're like, what, between 24 years old, between 24 and 32 years old.
They're in their 20s and 30s. They're grown
30,
ass men.
34.
I heard that the youngest one is like 24-year-old.
Qué horrible.
Pero I think we have an issue in this country. Not in this country, but I think this generation, we kind of infantilize men. You guys notice that?
Yeah, we don't like holding men accountable
at all. Like, especially I remember with the whole thing that happened with Neon and the Breakfast Club, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, they're pressing this kid." I'm like, and this kid is like 20 years old, 21 years old. I'm like, he's a man, bro. When I was 19, I was serving in the military, bro.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like when in my dad's days, right? My dad was already taking care of me at 17 years old. So it's like, we got to stop infantilizing. And we're talking about, these guys are 20. The youngest is 24.
They're grown men.
They're grown
Don't
men.
even focus on the youngest one. Focus on the chair and the vice chair who are in their 30s. They're
in the 30s, bro.
Pinche gordote dudes, like, I swear to God, they're men. They call them young Republicans because that's the name of the organization that they work for. But they're not young.
They're not
they're
young.
old as fuck, and they're racist, and they're homophobic, and they're working for the Republican Party.
But just the Republican Party in general does not like to hold themselves accountable at all. They love pointing fingers to the Democrats about anything and everything, even in things that they don't even have the power anymore. The Republican Party holds all the seats right now.
Yeah.
Am I not
I
correct?
think the problem is they're not condemning this type of language.
No, when the vice president of the United States is being like, "Oh, this is just some stupid that kids do."
Yeah.
Well, that's not fucking holding your people accountable.
No.
That's not like, and this is coming from the vice president of the United States.
Wow.
Keep in mind, I think we're used to it at this point.
Yeah.
We've normalized the fact that Republicans will say racist and stupid and hateful shit all the time. They will say it. We are used to that. We know that already. Read the messages themselves. On Politico, they released all these messages. Yo, they
But what's the worst
like,
thing that have you seen? Like anything? Like,
it's
Oh,
bad?
they
it's a lot.
said a
It's not
lot.
one thing.
It's a lot of horrible things
no
that they
way.
said. A lot of horrible
And these are
things.
like people like within the government that they're also make decisions that are like
Yeah.
in the future they're gonna be future leaders also within the republic.
They're,
Or they
they're making jokes about rape and torture.
And
What
gas
more-
chambers and calling black people monkeys. They just anything and everything you could think of that's offensive that they try to deny and act like, oh, why do you guys even call us Nazis? Why are you because look at your chat.
what do you think? Well, because they obviously feel comfortable in doing that now. Do you think that people are more comfortable doing that now? And what do you think that?
course.
Look at the president.
Yeah, what do you
Of
think
course,
caused?
look at the president.
Yeah,
Look at the president.
yeah, yeah.
Like it at this point they are emboldened to be hateful because that's the norm. That's what's
That's
normal.
the normal now.
What's normal to be. If you're Republican, it's okay to be racist and homophobic, and
Yeah.
fuck everybody else who criticizes you for that. That's the Republican Party of today,
Wow.
and that's just look. Take a look at the messages. This is what they were talking about when they thought nobody was looking.
And they even said it. Oh my God, imagine if this group chat got leaked.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it got leaked.
And they
got
kept
leaked?
talking.
How did it get leaked? Does
And they-
anybody know?
They got leaked. I don't know.
That's what I wish.
Talk to the people of Politico. They're the ones who released it.
I got a question for you guys. It's like we all have talked shit before, right? And you guys have ever talked shit behind people's back, or is there anything out there, that you guys have said that you're like, me and I'm afraid of this shit coming out?
No, I ain't afraid of nothing. I have spoken shit about situations that I found unfair, and I have to talk shit with my friends to make sure that I'm not bugging.
Yeah, yeah.
So if that, to me, that's not talking shit. That's just stating facts.
Gotcha.
So, pasó esto y lo otro. Am I bugging?
Yeah, yeah.
And I ask my friends that I feel like have a brain. And then that's when I'll bring that situation up to the individual. Let me talk to you for a second. I don't like what you did here. I don't like what you're doing with me. I don't like how you're mishandling our friendship, our business, whatever it is. I still let the person know. So at the end, it's not talking shit because I'm stating facts. I'm just collecting evidence as I go along.
Yeah.
Collecting evidence.
Yeah, you
At the
gotta
same time, I
have
feel like
receipts.
back in the day, like when I was a teenager, 15 years old, I would say some messed up shit. I was talking. I think somebody messaged me, right, that from high school, and I read the old messages I sent her, and I was like, oh my God. I was talking about sucking dick and all this extra shit. Not me doing it. Not me doing it, but I was like, oh my God. I was reading all these things when I was 14, 15 years old, and I was like, hey, I am so sorry that I know it's 20 years later, but I can't believe I saw these. And I went back and I read everything I said. I was like, oh my God.
The fact that you still have messages from 20 years
Bro.
ago, though,
But you're talking about with Facebook. I had Facebook.
Oh, God.
I had Facebook when it was the Facebook. Wow. Yo,
Wow.
I remember I had one Facebook comment going like, I'm over here killing cockroaches. I'm like, why? Why would I post that? And it's just, and I remember like in the military as a teenager, like we would say some fucked up things. Like people just yell out the N word because it was funny to us as we weren't like politically correct. Like we would say some fucked up shit within their age range.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, when is the cutoff, right? When is the cutoff to be like, yo, this person is not young. They know what they're doing. You see what I'm saying?
When was the cutoff for you? Like, when did you realize you can't be saying something?
When did your emotional intelligence kick in?
I think
Exactly. La doctora aquí, no, pues. Doctora Black Rose.
Doctora Black Rose. I honestly cannot tell you when is the last time I stopped. You see what I'm saying? Or when was the cutoff for me? Like, probably was early 20s, right? We also we're also the jokes. Veterans are so messed up in their heads. We're so messed up. Like we say so many messed up things, and we joke racially, comfortably, and around of each other. So it's like there's no of this political correctness. And when I left, I was like so not politically correct. And I think I learned a lot more when I started working at BuzzFeed. When I was like, remember I started working, and people were like, "Gabriel, you can't say that," right?
Yeah.
Gabriel, don't say that no more.
Gabriel.
And I was like, what's wrong with that? And it was just slurs that didn't see as slur. Or when people were like they them, I'm like, what the hell you mean they them? You know what está diciendo they them? You know, esa mierda. ¿Tú entiendes? Pero it took time for me to be around that environment to learn about it. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Have you ever spoken shit
What
about
about you?
anybody?
Oh, of course. Here's the thing. I think for me, like I've talked shit. I've talked shit. I think it's a natural thing that for humans to do. We talk shit. You try to tell people to their face also whenever you disagree with them or anything like that. But talking shit, I think is healthy. I think it's healthy, especially like it's cheese man. It's a type of cheese man, and it's a type of cheese man that saves lives.
Yeah.
So talking shit is good for the soul.
Yeah.
But I've also, like, again, relating it to the stuff that happened with the young Republicans, I don't think I've ever found myself in a position where I fucking say some vile shit like that
About other people.
about other people. Like, and especially like as a card carrying 30 or 30 something, right? I think like for me, it's just like if it boggles my mind that people will go to those extremes, especially like in a group chat. Like it makes no sense why you would have such hatred in your heart. I've talked shit about people, but I've never had hatred for them
in that
heart
manner.
like that.
I only talk shit about people that like do me wrong. You know, like if somebody
Yeah.
did me wrong and I'm upset, instead of punching them in the face, I might be like, yo, fuck this guy, fuck this girl. Like not.
That's when I talk shit with somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. That type of talk shit, not like trying to put down a whole group of people just because I disagree with them.
And who are these people in this group chat? Like, are these people like, do they hold positions of power, or they're looking to become?
They're like the
who are
next
these people?
representatives of the Republicans.
They're the leaders of the young Republicans. The young Republicans, they essentially are the pipeline into mainstream politics. They are essentially the people that are molding the future leaders of the Republican Party. So and that tells you everything you need to know about that fucking party.
They're basically grooming them all to think and be like this and think that is okay.
Do you think, how much you think media has impacted that next generation to be like that? Because I feel like there's also like these streamers that say some messed up stuff, like the Aiden Rosses, the Neons, like they made their popularity of being extremely racist, right? And then these kids are watching them, and a lot of these guys are also supported, this president. So how much you think like these influencers are impacting this next generation to be in this way? You see what I'm saying?
I don't think it's influencers exactly. What boggles my mind is that like you see a lot of grown men in Congress acting like 16-year-old edgelords. And they'll do meme culture. They'll put out wild tweets. Mike Lee apparently calls himself Based Mike Lee. And it's just like, this is a grown-ass 40 to 50-year-old man. They are grown-ass men. You got the president of the United States putting out an AI slap on, through the White House account.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, cagándose.
It's stuff that you would see on an internet forum in 2010.
Yeah.
That kids would be making. But now we got these grown-ass men that are doing it themselves.
Yeah.
I also feel like when I look at these people, a lot of times I'm like, I have to understand that, how we see our parents, and our parents tend to be ignorant.
Yeah.
I'm like, they are our ignorant parents, but that hold power.
That's
what I see it. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But it's stupid.
It's stupid. Like try to hold your parent accountable for anything nowadays.
I always said Trump is a comedian, man. Like it's not funny, but it's funny because for us to see the No King's Day marches and rallies throughout all the states, and for him to drop that AI video, getting in a plane that's called King Trump, and then shitting on Americans, and they're like it's funny to them. Like whoever is in his camp is getting the okay to create this type of content, and he's posting it.
It's crazy
he's posting it
because we are so used to this now. But back then, you did something like that. Back then, you'd be like, "Oh, what is this?"
That is unpresidential.
This is the same people that were outraged that Barack Obama wore a tan suit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Barack
Yeah.
Obama came, I remember when he came out with the tan like, coño, se ve bien este hombre. And then everybody's like, I can't believe he wore a tan suit. Like, and then now we got this dude coming out with a meme just shitting on people.
Nah, these are the motherfuckers who straight up got offended, fucking clutched their pearls when Biden called them garbage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Biden called them garbage, and they went all ape shit over that.
Yeah.
They went ape shit because Biden called them garbage because they had a comedian who called Puerto Rico an island of
An
garbage.
island of garbage.
An island
I
of
So,
garbage.
so these are the people that got offended of being called deplorables. They got offended of being called garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they do stupid shit like this. Their president, their daddy does this shit.
And he keeps wanting to pardon different people that don't deserve pardons. They're bringing Confederate flag statues back. It's just like it doesn't make any sense. It's like every time we take a few steps forward,
We're gonna take 10 back.
10 back.
Like there's no it's like a war against progress.
What is great about that?
Yeah. I feel like
January 6th, by the way, January 6ers have all gotten
All of them.
pardoned. George Santos got his sentence commuted.
Mhm.
And he's also talking about Diddy getting his sentence commuted.
Oh yeah, that's the new one.
Why?
Diddy
Yeah.
might be getting his.
I wonder
sentence
if
pardoned.
this is more of like of a distraction than anything, or is like this is more of like creating more chaos to keep people involved. Because I'm telling you, like I think this is done purposely, so like that you but let's create more chaos so we could do whatever we need to do back here.
Oh,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah.
But it's still chaos that we're like still have to deal with while they're doing more chaos in the background.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a never and I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. I
Yeah.
feel like I want to quantum leap out of this timeline because it just doesn't make sense. And I feel like we don't need to accept it. And we should be able to just quantum leap out of this.
Do you guys feel politically constipated? Because I think I'm politically.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I will say that.
I'm so over it.
I think I am tired, and part of it is it's draining.
It's a
Yeah.
shit show.
It's draining. It's draining. And the thing is, you talk about this being the twilight zone. The problem is that the twilight zone is now the new normal.
It's a new normal.
And that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
That after a while, like
Mhm.
I can't be waking up every morning looking at all the terrible news that's going on. Because it's China, it's Juana, right? If
Yeah.
it's not fucking Trump posting some stupid shit or commuting sentences or pardoning
Uno se
criminals,
cansa.
you're talking about ICE that's happening, ICE
Yeah,
raids happening in
yeah.
Chicago, ICE raids happening in
Yeah.
LA.
Yeah, they're targeting.
Like, it's
A
endless.
lot. It's
the amount
yeah,
of
yeah.
terrible information that is happening out there in the world. And after a while, like I used to be somebody that's like, we have to be engaged 100% of the time. I used to be like, we got to protest, we got to do a lot, we got to take action on things. I'm tired. I think, and I think it's okay for me to take a step back, and for anybody to take a step back.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So you didn't go to the No King's Day
I
right?
didn't.
Me
I
either.
didn't.
Yo tampoco.
I didn't.
Yeah, I saw people on the train. I'm like, oh, and I was surprised to see like there was older white people in the train, like in the No Kings Pro, coming back with their signs. I was like, oh, okay. So it's not all of them.
No,
Props to
and that's
them.
the thing.
Props to
That's
them.
the
Props to
thing.
them.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a thing about black and white or black and brown against white because there's a lot of our white brothers and sisters that are speaking up. Actually, like a lot of the content that I get, information that I'm seeing, it's white folks that are fed up,
Mm-hmm.
and like I actually appreciate seeing it. And then my best friend's white. She's German. She just be like, Rose, I don't even want to get involved in these conversations because anything I say will be taken in wrong, or I'm gonna get attacked one way or another. She's like, my hat's off to you when you do it. Like I don't understand how you have the power and energy to like say those things because of what comes back to you. I see how they talk.
Mm-hmm.
I see how people try to come for you. Like she was like, I don't even have time because I will fuck somebody up.
I think this is done in a way, and I think is orchestrated in a very smart way. It's like let's create all this chaos and let's put everybody against each other. Let's fearmonger against trans people. Let's fearmonger against gay people. Or you know what, Latinos, the immigrants, they're taking over. They're taking your jobs. Like they're using up your healthcare, and I think it's working, and it worked. right? It's just let me distract you guys and separate everybody. But the thing is that everybody's being oppressed by the same people, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people that own all the money, they run this government, but they're right away they're still they're so quick to be like, this is what's going on. Those people are the ones taken away from you, right? And I think I saw the sociologist talking about that on social media. Like, he graduated from Harvard. He was like, capitalism is built that way so that you could distract yourself, right? That's so they could keep you down. You're being oppressed, but you don't even know it. I had a
Mm-hmm.
friend here, right? And Latino, whatever, Trump supporter. And he was like, and he was sitting here telling me about like, oh man, these women are collecting food stamps. These women are collecting food. I'm like, yeah, you worry about the woman that got no money collecting food stamps and they're having kids supposedly to collect food stamps. I'm like, you got a bigger problem than her. She's not the problem,
Mm.
right? I think we in this country we have to be honest. Is that the middle class is gone? That it's phasing out so
Yeah.
drastically, right? And then you think that we're gonna make all this money, right, from tariffs, right? That we're gonna make money from tariffs, but like, you're talking about a government that doesn't believe in social programs,
Yeah.
right? So how are you gonna benefit from these tariffs from people that don't believe that you should get anything,
Yeah.
right?
My friend was searching for dresses, right, this
Yeah,
weekend, and the fact that you said tariffs, literally, the girl was like, "Well, depending on the dress you choose, where it's from, it might be a little bit more expensive because of the tariffs."
yeah,
I was just like, "Wow,
yeah,
anything and everything we do now, it's being affected by these tariffs." Food stamps is gone this month, y'all. I'm not on food stamps. My mom get them, but the Latino and Black population is not the biggest population on food stamps, but they're taking away food stamps.
that's it. Well, there's not gonna be any food stamps for
No
like,
food stamps for November
no way.
because the
Ay,
government is shut
hombre.
down and they want to keep blaming the Republicans, but it's not the Republicans that are in charge right now.
The funny thing is that my friend, when he was complaining
I mean,
about
it's not
food
the
stamps,
Democrats.
the funny thing is that food stamps boost the GDP. Food stamps helps the GDP in the country, and there's people that don't have it.
Mhm.
And I was like listening to this economist. She wrote this book in this economy, and just to get people out of below poverty is only like $176 billion to get people from below poverty level, right? And it's just somebody paying their fair share. That's how we take the below, like, right. But the thing, I think there's an attack on education, on reading, understanding what's going on. I think people are so quick to be like, you know what, whatever he says is right without even searching the data. I think people need to be, let's go back to searching the data, and facts mattered at one point in
Yeah.
time, right? I think we live our life. People are too lazy to even look up facts.
Somos estúpidos.
Someone stupid.
Aren't they
Somos
giving
estúpidos.
Argentina mad money right now?
$20
Aren't
billion.
how are
Yeah.
we suffering in America and we have to cut everything you just mentioned, funds for all these programs, but yet we
we're
have
getting rid of Medicare.
getting rid of all of this, yet have how much to give to Argentina?
$20 billion.
¿De dónde?
Es verdad. Es verdad. Y encima de eso, que they're doing right now, they're doing a negocio con China. So Argentina is doing a negocio con China ahora mismo. So entonces, what about the farmers in the United States? Like, now we got to bail out these farmers.
The farmers that were okay when they had the hardworking workers there, now they got rid of those hardworking workers, and they can't figure out how to tend to their own land anymore. Now there's, oh my God, what are we gonna do?
Here's the thing. I think I'm frustrated. I'm
Yeah.
frustrated by everything that's going on.
Yeah.
I think part of it is also like people have no sense of nuance. People have no sense of desire to know things. No, they don't want to research. They don't want to find the truth.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is also we are all of this was planned out in Project 2025.
It was all in Project 2020. Yeah.
48% of Project 2025 has been accomplished.
And he tried to deny it,
48%.
right? He tried to deny
it. He tried to deny it, but the people that wrote Project 2025 are people running shit in the government.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
48% of Project 2025 has been completed, and it's not even the end of year one.
It's not even there yet. Damn, 48%.
And that's the thing about it. We kept telling people over and over again, Project 2025. This is a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
This is
And he
awful
denied-
for
he
you.
denied- he
This is
denied it.
terrible for the economy. This is terrible for the
Yeah.
United States. This is terrible for citizens. This is terrible for everybody across the board. Y nadie puso
Nadie puso-
atención.
no, pero-
porque no les
no le importa.
Y especialmente a la gente latina,
Latina.
que apoyan a Trump, esos pendejos.
Sí.
se
Par de
pueden-
estúpidos.
Se pueden chingar a su se pueden ir a chingar a su madre.
Yeah, I never seen this guy this bad.
Because les dijimos, we told
Yeah,
you
¿verdad?
over and
¿verdad?
over
Par de
again.
estúpido.
But no, Trump is entertaining. Trump is
feel-
entertaining, therefore we're going to vote for this man.
I do feel like there wasn't enough voices llevando la contraria, especially for Latinos, right? Like where was our Latinos speaking out against, like, yo, this is dangerous for our people? I think just talk about the Aliens Enemies Act, right? The Aliens Enemies Act, it puts us as a target, whether you're a citizen or not. And we, history, this happened to the Japanese, where they put a Japanese internment camp. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? Like, this alligator Alcatraz happened to the Japanese people.
Yeah.
And 2/3 of the Japanese people were put in internment camps.
Where
right?
are those people?
There were U.S. citizens, right? So if you know history, the moment that he said that, everybody Latino should have been like, oh, mierda. But I remember talking to Latinos who were like, I saw the speech. It was a good one. You dije, mierda, loco. Tú no sabes qué. What does that mean for you?
It's because you got people who are on DACA, people who are on the TPS
TPS.
program, right? Who kept thinking, Trump's not talking about me.
Yeah.
He's talking about somebody else.
Yeah.
I got my papers.
Yeah.
I have TPS. I have DACA.
TPS.
I'm good.
Uh-huh.
No, he's talking about you, bro. Pero no,
No.
somos estúpidos por eso. And we have to include ourselves into that because it's
verdad.
Latino men
Yeah.
that made this shit happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
we can blame all the white people.
Yeah.
Like we can blame white people, white men, white women. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pero Latino men, we fucked up.
And it's crazy because over here in New York City, we see it a lot. Like, I'm coming here to New York City, I was actually surprised of how many, especially like people from my background that were supporting this man. I'm like, holy shit, it's crazy.
So
New York is
annoying.
crazy.
Oh my God, I
supported
just-
this man, right? And it's like, oh, they're not talking about me type of attitude. Or they talk about, oh, he's cleaning up, he's getting these people out of there. There's even undocumented people that were happy about this. I'm like, it's like these people were excited about being the enemy. I'm like, being the enemy of this government, because that's what this administration has done, and they don't hide it. They don't hide it. They're so quick to be like, oh yeah, illegal immigrants. Every immigrant was considered illegal, and also classifying them as terrorists. This rhetoric is done purposely, right? The propaganda is done purposely, and they succeeded.
Of course they
Yeah.
succeeded. Trump is funny.
He's
He's
hilarious.
a funny dude.
To
The
the
thing is that
point
he
that
has-
And that's
they're
it. That's all it takes. Doesn't matter if this man wants to take away your Medicare. Doesn't matter that this man wants to take away
Yeah.
your rights.
No,
Doesn't matter that this man wants to deport you.
No.
He's funny.
he's funny.
in Chicago. Their ICE is targeting black men and women.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're kidnapping people. Even Alcatraz, there's not even a list of the people that they took. There's a lot
Nah.
of people missing now.
No
Like people
way.
don't know. They had no due process. There's people missing. Like and I think this is deeper than we can even grasp.
Yeah.
Like what is happening with all these people? They're being trafficked.
Mm-hmm.
They're being taken and pulled, and even I think in Chicago's the only place now that if ICE goes to court, they could get arrested for trying to arrest somebody trying to clear their paperwork correctly.
Yeah. Is it?
But I don't know if it was Chicago. It was one of the states. There's one state that is now like pushing like, yo, ICE cannot. We could arrest ICE if they try to come to the court offices while the immigration
Oh
process
yeah, like
is
the
being.
government, like the governor was like, we're not playing around.
We're
Like,
not
you
playing
coming
with
over
y'all,
here,
yeah.
I think Texas said in their National Guard, and he was like, yo, you come over here, bro, everybody going to jail. All your cats, we'll tow your car. If you have no tax on your car, we're gonna tow it. Like he's like,
Oh,
that
they are towing their cars and stuff like that.
he's not playing around.
And that's I wish every state had the balls to be like that.
Yeah, because the thing is, right? Everybody keeps talking about like, why don't these people just do it the right way?
Mhm.
Why don't these immigrants do it the right way, right? Like just come in through the proper channels. Well, guess what? They are doing it. They're going to court. They're showing
Yeah.
up for their appointments, and that's where they're being detained.
Yep,
That don't make any fucking
that
sense.
don't make no sense. I mean, I wonder, like, with all this thing happening, like, you know what's interesting, bro? Like, there's a lot of comedians that supported this, right? And there's comedians that I loved and look up to, like, and hilarious, great to me comedians like Theo Vaughn, like Andrew Schultz. At the Flagrant, I was a big supporter and listening. I would listen to Flagrant, and I also and Joe Rogan. I never like really listened to Joe Rogan, but I feel like all these people had a massive amount of influence and power, right? And they used it in a way and brought in the politics without challenging, choosing a side without really doing the due diligence, without, oh, everything's gonna be fine. I see all of them backpedaling now,
I have
right?
followed Andrew Schultz.
Well, and it's heartbreaking because I feel like Andrew Schultz also comes out and he's like playing both sides. He's like, oh no, they're both equal. Pero ven acá, mi hermano, it's not both equal. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That you were one of the reasons why this person is in power, right? I wonder what is the media's gonna how it's gonna look like in the future, especially for comedians and comedians doing podcasts, but they realize their power that they have. And I wonder, like, moving forward, like, these politicians are now using podcasters as propagandists to spread their propaganda,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right? I just wonder, what do you guys think about all of
sucks.
that?
Well, Mr. BB, I think we spoke about this last time we were together. They know that social media is the new weapon.
Mm,
They understand that clearly, and they are hiring people to spread their messages.
mm,
And they're creating an algorithm that if you were to go against it, that content will be taken down. So they have the power of the media when it comes to that. They know that, they've been known that, and now they're using it even more and taking it steps further by using AI to spread propaganda.
mm.
And sometimes these people are so dumb that they out themselves out in certain things with these AI videos and photoshops, but they don't even care. I don't think they register
Mm. I
that
wonder.
we could tell that that they're full of BS.
I wonder. Do we control AI or AI controls us?
It's a little bit of both.
Mm. Why you say that?
Hold on. How did we jump from we talk about influencers to AI? Where did this happen?
Well, no, because we
'Cause they're
bring
using
it because they're
AI.
using influencers are using AI
Yeah.
to spread propaganda.
I look to keep it on the influencer side for just a moment.
Yeah.
I think part of it is also like legacy media for the longest time was criticized for not
Bias.
having for essentially trying to get the biggest headlines because
Mm.
it's not about informing people, it's about money. So they've always been accused, whether it's CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, it's about grabbing a headline and bringing in an audience through that.
Grabbing attention.
It's grabbing attention. Now the thing is, with influencers are now just doing the same thing,
Mm.
but it has a far wider reach.
Yeah.
They also like influencers are not journalists.
Yeah.
They will not push back. They
Yeah.
will not, they podcasters will have Netanyahu just because they know that people will listen to it.
Mm-hmm. It's to get the views. It's not really about like.
No. And I think these people know, and their offices know, that they will have an easier time with an influencer than they will with a journalist.
An actual
So
journalist.
they will always go for the influencer. Now, don't and again, this isn't just a Republican thing. This is a, everyone is
Media,
doing
yeah,
this. This
yeah.
is the new landscape of media.
So should we get politicians out of podcasts?
Yeah, we should get politicians to, I don't know. I wish they would be acting their age. I want my politicians to be boring, to be honest with you. Because part of the reason all this shit is happening, all of these congressional hearings are happening, that it's a circus, is because everyone's trying to be an influencer and trying to create
Everybody,
their own headlines.
it's like everybody want to be trending.
Everyone's trying to be trending. If we took away that power, that power from the people in Congress,
Mm-hmm.
I think our government would run much smoother.
I wonder what's gonna happen with this government shutdown. Do you guys think that there's gonna be an end to this?
I think that this was part of their plan.
Mm-hmm.
So that they can, I don't know what their purpose is at the end, but we already saw that in terms of the flights and the people controlling that, there's a problem there. Like there's people that are working but not getting paid. And it's going to trickle down to now the people that need service are not going to receive certain services. It kind of makes me worried a little bit in terms of like, is this the beginning of what's coming that's going to be worse? Are we going to have come to the point that we might not be able to go shop for food at all, even if you don't have food stamps? Like, what is happening? Like, do I need to start stocking up? You know, is this why people are building houses underground, right? You know, like what? I feel like we're missing something that we don't know that we need to prepare for, and we're not going to be prepared for it.
Yeah, I wonder if all of this that we're talking about is us. Are we in a certain bubble? Or like, because sometimes we have to question these things, right? Is it because we are in a bubble that we are getting this information because of the information that we get, biased information? Are we being biased? That's the question, you know. Or what are other people seeing that's not in this side scene? You see what I'm saying?
I feel like the world thinks we are in trouble. I feel like I've seen it. I've seen videos of people all over the world looking at America like, what the fuck?
Hell's going on?
What is happening? Like, how is this okay? Like, why are you even allowing this? Why are you guys not rebelling? Why are you guys not in the streets fighting for your rights?
I opened up the Chase app to check like my bank account, and a pop-up came up, and it said, "If you're a federal employee and you need assistance, we have ways to help you." And I'm just like, that's weird. And I just thought, okay, this is gonna have a trickle down effect. People, I don't think people understand how massive the federal government is, and how those jobs give to the economy. So when you have that beast essentially dormant for as long as it is, it's gonna trickle down, and that's part of the problem. But then again, right now, Republicans are trying to do their best to blame it on Democrats. And don't get me wrong, I got problems. I got beef with the Democrats. But this is one of those moments where it's not both sides.
It's not both sides.
No.
Yeah.
The Republicans want to put ads in airports where they tell people that it's the Democrats' fault that the government is shut down.
Wow.
That's what the government right now wants to do. Every airport has said, no, we're not doing that. We're not putting that. We're not putting those ads up.
Good.
But that's the thing about what's happening right now. Is that right now the government, the presidency, the Senate, and the House of Representatives are all controlled by Republicans.
Yeah.
Yet they want to blame the Democrats.
Yeah. They want to blame the Democrat. I think what they're trying to say is that the Democrats are trying to give Medicaid to or health insurance to undocumented immigrants. And the problem is that undocumented immigrants cannot receive Medicaid.
They
can't get federal aid.
They can't get federal aid at all. Right?
So they're just lying.
Now here's the thing. They'll use the thing of like California is giving giving health care to undocumented immigrants. It's like, okay, that's a state issue.
Yeah.
That's a state on the federal level. Not 1 cent is going to undocumented immigrants. Not 1 cent.
Wow.
This is all on the federal. This is all happening on the federal. If you have issues with the state, well, talk to your state government. But on the federal level, not 1 cent is going to undocumented immigrants. So that talking point is utter bullshit.
I heard something like Republicans will take away program. Well, okay, will take away programs so you wouldn't eat just in case one person that's immigrant eats. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Democrats wants everybody to eat, even though there's somebody that is supposedly undocumented eats, or is not supposed to. So it's like there's an analogy. I was like, oh wait, we cannot give people medical insurance or free healthcare because there might be an illegal immigrant or an immigrant that might benefit from this. It's crazy. I'm like, let's punish everybody because one person.
Jesus would have been an immigrant. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is what I don't understand about that party, right? They're so Christian. Everything they do is because we believe in the word of Christ, but yet you hate everyone, which is totally against what Christ was about. Like when Jesus had the crowd of people there and they were trying to figure out how to break bread, and he showed them that there's fish in the sea and he turned water into wine. God wasn't on some like, oh, all right, so you an immigrant? Nah, like like it does not make any sense to be a party that is so quote unquote about God, Jesus, and such Christians, and yet you guys feel so much hate to people that don't agree with your lifestyle. And then the thing is, don't agree with the lifestyle that you present to people, because behind closed doors, you're doing some BS, all right? There's a lot of Republicans and people in office that are getting arrested for molesting their own children and their own family. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these people are doing heavy drugs. They do a lot of stuff behind closed doors.
They're on Grinder.
It just boggles my mind. And this is the part that my friend reminds me, like, Rose, you're gonna stress yourself out.
Yeah.
Thinking about all this stuff. Like, we got our own little lives to worry about right now, girl.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out what we're gonna be eating this week. You know, the rent gotta get paid. You gotta keep living your life. So it's so hard to have the position that we have as comedians and the platforms and speak up for our people and try to be balanced in life. And like, I don't know.
I that's where I'm at.
It's
And the more that I think, and even to in this hour that we've been together, I'm like, I'm getting worked up about this.
Yeah. It's hard not to.
But at the same time, I'm like, I need to
Vent.
I need to vent, but I need to relax.
Ooh.
And I also need to take a step back. I think part of it is that, like, I can't be in this fight over and over again. I mean, I worked for Voto Latino for 6 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's every morning looking at bad news.
Wow.
How do we make content off of this bad news? How can we provide joy? Where's the joyful stuff that we can amplify? And it was very hard.
It's hard.
It's hard to bust out the joyful stuff, because you got to talk about X, Y, and Z that's happening today in the White House. Terrible.
Yeah. Which is crazy, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't want this to be a political podcast, right? And
how far in are we into this podcast?
Ya nos jodimos, ya. It's political, ya.
Imagínate, this is the state that we're in right now.
Political.
This is the state. This is this is a podcast.
But the crazy part about this is also, how can you not talk about something that is affecting our community, that's real right now, that people are like, people are really being affected by this, and it's like not to talk about something it's like not talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I go on stage, I feel like I am the elephant in the room. I'm the Latino. They're looking at me, and there's some people that probably don't even want me there, right? So it's like, how can I not address like our people being attacked, bro? Like, there's a lot of our people being deported. There's missing like 1,200 immigrants missing that they don't even know where they at, right? How can I not talk about this? How can I? And I feel like what happened with the Venezuelans, nobody defended them. Not one person defended Venezuelans. And guess what? Venezuelans cannot defend themselves, because you can't say nothing about a government where you don't have citizenship at, even if you have a visa. So not one other Latino was like, you know what? They're using these people for propaganda, and then the data shows something completely different. Right? And I think about Venezuelans all the time, bro. And it hurts. It hurts, because we dedicated our lives to represent Latinos.
Yeah.
We want to showcase who we are, right? And I feel like there was none of us stepped in to be like, mira lo que está pasando con los venezolanos. But esto es la verdad. This is the data, what happening with the Venezuelans. Right? They didn't have that. Everybody just went with it. And look at them now. They're paying for something. There's innocent Venezuelan people that came over here in search for a better life and a better dream. They're in Seca. They're in El Salvador. Innocent men and women.
Yeah. It's just horrible.
One innocent person is too much. One.
I agree. I think we're overwhelmed. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot. It's just so much negativity that like the globe is feeling. Venezuela, Gaza, the ceasefire, but there's still unaliving innocent men and women.
Yeah.
The Congo, there's millions of people that have been displaced. There's still slavery happening in these other countries,
Yeah.
blatantly in the open that people know.
Yeah.
Oh, like why? What is this group of black women doing here? Why are they all together? Oh, they just got sold off, and it's still
Oh, no way.
happening now.
I didn't know that.
It is still happening
There's a lot
now.
going on because nosotros estamos que mierda.
That's why I'm saying it's just so hard to care because it's kind of killing us slowly inside, but we can't give up hope, and we got to keep pushing, and then we need a break.
Yeah.
And then it's just like it has to be maybe a domino effect of energy being transferred
what do you-
between
what
all
do
of
you-
us to give us a break.
And on top of that, we got bills to pay.
And then we got bills to pay.
yeah.
And the bills are expensive.
Yeah. You know, back in the days, I used to worry about like, I can't wait to have a family, a husband, pay, buy a house. Now we can't even afford to buy a house.
Nah.
No one can afford to buy a house. The 20-year-olds looking 40, they stressed. Like
stressed.
it's so sad. It's so sad. And I think that I've been able to manage and try to find joy in my life because sometimes I try to detach just from everything, and people might think I'm cold about it. It's just like, no, I am just drained and tired.
What do you guys think people need right now? Because is distraction actually good for people?
I think distraction is good. Amplifying joy is good. I think that's something that is necessary. It's necessary to be happy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and we can't make others happy until we make ourselves happy.
Happy, yeah.
Right. And I think that sometimes it's okay to, you're in the fight. When you're in the fight, you contribute in your own way. But sometimes you just got to take a step back. Sometimes it's okay to be like, you know what? I'm not going to look at social media all day. I'm not going to look at what's happening in the world. It's
easier said than done.
It's way easier said than done. But I also think it's necessary. Because we're stressing ourselves out to no end, and that's everybody in the community. Either we're worried about what's happening on the news or what's happening in our streets, right? Or whether we're worried that our family members are going to be taken, right? Like, or we're worried about our family's health. The fact that they're taking away their Medicare. It's a constant barrage of emotions that are happening. So sometimes you gotta preserve your own energy.
Yeah.
You gotta take a step back, breathe, and find what makes you happy. And that's where the distraction comes in.
This is why we do comedy, right?
Yeah, there you go. What do you guys think makes you guys distracted and makes you happy? You can start, Black Rose.
I love performing. I always loved being an entertainer and making people laugh because it's healing to me. To talk about certain things. I kind of make fun of my own things, and then other things that distract me and it's my just spending time with my close friends, like just literally not having to do anything, being able to sit in a room with someone. I don't even gotta talk, and we coolin', whether we're watching something. Those are the things that make me happy. Thinking of my son and my grandson, like planning trips. I can't wait for December. I can't wait to see my grandson in December.
Oh, what about you? You ready to see your grandson?
No, not yet. I'm gonna see my dogs.
What about you? What makes you happy?
No, I make history videos. That's what I do. I started doing them during the pandemic because I was like, I gotta do something that's like not political, not like super, either talking about Latino culture or talking about politics. I was like, I can't, like, I'm doing this every single day. Let me do something that's completely different, right?
Yeah.
That's when I started doing the history content, history around New York City. And to this day, honestly, that's what brings me the most happiness. Being able to talk about, here's this little art piece in the subway. Here's this.
And you're doing great at it, bro. I love what you're doing, and this man is focused. Like, we did a 48-hour fast, and I called him and I was like, "What are you doing here?" I just edited 2 videos and wrote 3 scripts. Yeah, I got a headache. I can't do nothing. I got a headache. This motherfucker's writing 3 scripts. I felt like I'm not doing enough in my life.
It's because I knew that if I was just there, like,
Pensando en
in
comida.
bed, I'd just be thinking about food all day. So I was like, let me get distracted. Let me write these scripts.
He
I
said,
got
let me
I got
write
3 scripts
real
to
quick.
Let's do it.
I got a question for you guys before we close out. This is the last question. Like I feel. Do you guys feel like art is taking a hit, or what do you think about today's world? I feel like that is impacting art in a way, right? In a sense that there's a lot of distraction on social media, a lot of conversations about politics. Comedians are very extremely political nowadays, but like I feel like before, comedy was the one to talk like to power. What do you call it? Like talk. What do you call it? There's a saying.
Talk truth to power.
Yeah, it was talk truth to power, but it was something like that. But it became the gesture for power, right? What do you think is happening nowadays with art? Because I feel like hip hop is not the same. Hip hop was like what you talk truth to power.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy was to that as well. I just feel like I don't see specials like I used to see them, right? I feel like art across the board, there's no great movies like they used to. Do you feel like what is hurting art and what do you think is impacting that? Are you guys seeing the same thing?
I could see it in so many different angles, right? People are lazy.
Mm.
Attention span is so short because we we've been scrolling through social media for years and decades now. So the things they use to grab people's attention don't. Um, Accessibility. There's too much content. We have too much accessibility to everyone's content. Everyone's a creator. Everyone's a comedian, like you were stating. Like everyone has something to say without doing their own research and backing up. Everything is a clickbait. So art, I think, is losing its essence, but that is something you can always bring back because things always come back in style. Just like back in the days, bell bottoms were in style and then they weren't in style, and all of a sudden, they're back in style. Like it's just a cycle of society, and it could be better. There's sometimes that I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm seeing some of my friends' content, and I'm just like, come on, you could have did better. You
Mm.
could have tried a little more. You
What
could
about
have
you?
edited that a little longer. You could have looked at that a little. You should have let that process
Marinate.
more. That's what I think.
Yeah.
You do.
It's a double-edged sword. Because on one end, everyone's now a creator. Look at us. We're all creators. On the other hand, everyone's a creator.
Mm.
God damn, there's some terrible shit out there.
Yo,
And what's worse, it's terrible shit that does really well.
that's getting
Mm.
views.
Mm-hmm. And that gives that the people in power are like, oh, we should get this person,
Mm.
even though they do trash, but it doesn't matter. They have an audience.
They have an audience. That people buy tickets to see them. Come on, yeah, let's put them on a platform or on a stage.
Art is suffering.
Yeah.
Art is definitely suffering.
I think art is suffering. Like I don't remember the last time I saw a special. Okay, there's only one special that I got, and I'm a plug in and I also had a conversation with Ian Lara special.
Woo!
Was it was an amazing special, one of the best specials, and I'm not being biased because he's Dominican, I probably am, but no, the special is phenomenal. It's line by line phenomenal comedy, bro. And when I was in the audience, I was like, "Ooh, I need to work on my own shit," right? And I haven't seen a special like Ian's in a very long time, and then we're seeing a lot of special coming out on Amazon Prime, on Netflix. They are not good.
And he just dropped this on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I think it's coming out on YouTube on November 7th,
Yeah.
right?
Shout out
But
to Ian.
but
yo.
besides, let's put Ian to the side. There's no good comedy specials. There's no great albums. Like how hip hop lost the best album of the year, right? So it's like what's going on here? Like if music was I used to listen to music all the time. What's the new thing? And it's not a thing anymore. People listen to podcasts more than what they do
Yeah.
listening to music. I don't even know who's the latest artist now.
You got to stick to the grassroots. Like, I just did, again, the One Train Ciphers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's so dope. It's such a dope concept because, They give us an option to do one of two beats or an acapella, and then the raw New York City showing up, and we get on the one train, and shout out to the whole one train Cyphers team, and they're there like, oh, you got a minute, spit, and it creates that energy that I used to feel back in the days in the 90s or 2000s, where people were like doing battle raps or just really coming with some hardcore freestyles. And I see different types of art. I like that more than watching some of the hip hop that's happening right now. Like maybe I'm listening more to music that's positive lately, like people that might not be popular. I'm listening to them.
Yeah.
Like things, of course, I love Chris Brown. Chris, I love you.
You like Chris Brown?
I love him. I love his music. Okay.
Damn,
Yeah,
judging
bro.
Judging you
Your
harsh.
stock went down.
Why? Because of what happened years ago?
Claro.
Not just years ago.
Yeah.
Not just years ago.
The
Did he
other
do something
things-
else?
He's done a lot.
No way. Like what?
I think people be testing people and
is that what it is?
Oh, él
Is that what it
es
is?
una víctima ahora.
no,
I
All
probably-
right.
I just think
Oh,
that
this wraps it up. Everybody
wraps
keeps calling
it
him
up.
a kid. Oh, he's just a kid.
He's a kid. There you go. Infantilizing the world. And this is a cycle.
Chris, I will fall. Because I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he just had a temper, and then
He's a bad guy.
He's worked on it. He's
a
worked on
terrible-
it.
He's always worked on it. No, that makes you a bad guy. He has a temper.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a temper. But the thing is, people know how to control it.
Yes.
Being a good
Yeah.
person is knowing how to control it.
I agree. People should know how to control their temper, because trust me, there's a few bitches out there that I thank God that I've controlled my temper, because I wanted to smack them out.
Oh yeah. All right. So we're gonna conclude this podcast episode. I appreciate you guys coming. I fucking love you guys. This is always interesting when you guys come over here and we talk about
I love
this.
you.
And you, what do you guys think about everything that we talked about? Also, leave a comment. What do you guys think is happening to art, and why do you think this is happening within art right now? Am I the only one seeing this? Are you guys seeing the same thing? Leave a comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends, share this episode. And I love you guys. You guys have a good day. Que la pase bien.
Hey.